My name is Brian Hahn, and I'm a follower of Jesus Christ, and I'm really happy to be here, share my testimony a little bit. And I had given my testimony previously while I was in prison, what I expected it to be like when I got out.
Well, I come to Branchville in February 2013 or 2012. This is my 5th time being incarcerated. I've been all throughout the state, mostly all drug-related offenses. I've kind of been, in this downward spiral where I figured, if I didn't tell on anybody, if I abided by these fast lifestyle rules, then everything was okay. And I was kind of formed to that lifestyle.
I hate to use an excuse that I was a product of my environment, because it comes down to choice. But we came from a drug addicted background, family, abusive, poor, and those are kind of prerequisites for people that genuinely fall into those same patterns of lifestyle. And at times, I feel like it was hard to make any other choice. And so growing up in them circumstances, I prided myself on monetary value of the car that I drove, the TV that was hanging on the wall, the watch that I wore, the clothes that I wore, the rims on the car. And I could never fill that void that I was searching so hard for.
I would say that I was just, stuck in a rut. I had no direction, no hope. I had full intention of getting out and committing the same crimes that I've done all my life. Then Kairos. Kairos, I went, obviously they served good food, which drew me in. First day, I didn't even know if I was going to come back after the first day. Second day was a little bit of a transformation. What happened the second day was, I made this connection with Dan Cantrell, the server, Kairos. He did this speech. He's just a big guy who used to be a correctional officer, really empowering the speech, but yet he got up and in front of everybody and broke down, and it opened it, cracked my heart. It opened me up to where something changed in that moment. And the third day, I think my whole heart exploded. I went in there, I got all these letters from a bunch of guys I didn't know. Probably the most mail that I've had since I was ever been down. And they were personal letters. These weren't letters that were written like, it wasn't they didn't just sit and write the same letter over and over, because as I read these letters, there was personal stuff in these letters. So I'm like, man, there's like 40 of them. So these guys sit down and wrote 40 letters to each one of us inmates. And it opened me up to love that I'd never experienced. I come from a broken home, drug addicted, poverty. that's what led me to drugs. So I got to experience this love. And then on the final day, I learned forgiveness. That's something that I hadn't been able to do previously. And it's changed my life. It's transformed me. It's given me a willingness to survive beyond means, knowing that I'm going to be okay. I started going to church since Kairos, and when I first went to church here at Branchville, it was funny because I seen all these guys. I walk in and they're all congregated, and they're hugging each other, and they're greeting each other, and they're all. It was almost like there was a gang, you know what I mean? And I was like, man, what, all races, all gangs, all walks of life, rich, poor, smart, you know what I mean? All these people were intertwining, and there was like, there was no holding back in what they shared. And I was walking, as I got to started being involved. I started witnessing to that, and being a part of that. I go into church, and I know that all the pastors that come here, and I know all the people who are regulars, and it's grown just since I've been here. I met Tony Metcalf at Kairos, and I didn't know him. I didn't know he was going to be the blessing that he is. He's been nothing but helpful and loving towards me. And I didn't know him from anybody. He said, whatever problems you're having with your family or whatever, send them to me. And it's been a true blessing. He's taken my family in, not just my mom, who's in full-blown addiction, but my sister and her kids. And that's love. It's love. That's what it is. Unconditional love from somebody that I didn't have. Prior to Kairos, I had no connection. Never reached out for help like that. And CDL took my mom, my sister in. They provided my sister with the Bible, and man, things got really good. I'm a C-dorm spiritual rep, or F-dorm now, and what they've done is they've opened a door for us that here at Branchville that unlike anything I've ever seen. Like I said early on, but I've been in and out of prison most of my life, and I've never known a place to have Bible studies like every day and every night they have Bible studies here. It's been great because as spiritual rep meetings, we get to go down there, and it's like we wanted to watch Christian movies. Every Saturday morning we get to watch Christian movies. We wanted a Christian rock concert. We got that. We wanted a winter revival. Not only did we get a winter revival, we've had a revival every month since. It's August. Anything that we've taken to them, they've took it seriously, and they've been gracious to provide. In fact, Gil Peters, who was the superintendent here, said that he knows that our best chance of success is through Christ, and he wants us to have complete spiritual freedom in this facility. And that's been a true blessing. there's definitely good discipleship happening here. I've been witness to quite a few people myself, but I see it happen on a daily basis. It seems like one of my Christian brothers will come up to me on discipleship. And I got, here, this is such and such. Let me introduce you. He's new. We're going to get him on board. And then within like the next few weeks, he's going to every Bible study, every service, you know. And there's great discipleship here. You know, I myself, I had an incident where I was supposed to get out in like 60 days. I got set back 10 months. And you know, I got caught up in something that I never should have been a part of as a Christian. Regardless of what my intention, I don't feel like I need to defend it. I feel like I should, you know, I've asked for forgiveness. And I've accepted the outcome. I've just been pushing forward. But the true blessing in it was that some guys that I witnessed to quite often, and even some guys that I don't witness to, so they just see the works that I do within the morning and stuff. All these guys come up to me and like, I guess they've seen it. I guess they knew. In my face, they just knew I was over it. And they said, look, what you do is great. Don't let this hold you back. And these are guys that aren't Christians. And for me, that was confirmation. That was the affirmation that I needed from Christ saying, your light's shining to people that you don't even know that you're reaching. Because there's some of these guys that they don't go to church, I don't see them reading the Bible, and I don't even have communication with them. I know where they're at in their life, and they're so negative that I didn't want to try to minister to them. And these guys come up to me and they said, look, don't let this hold you back. What you're doing is great. And to have that come to me in that moment was the affirmation, confirmation that I needed that it is worth it. Because obviously, whether I know it or not, my actions are affecting other people. Church embracing offenders is accountability. I know what the program is, what we do, or what we will be doing. And one of the things that I've learned since I've been here is that if you have any chance of success outside of these walls, that the success is going to come through Christ. I've seen a lot of people come and go. And, I've seen a lot of failures. I was one of them people.
My expectations were really, I was just scared, I didn't know where I was going. I didn't know what I was going to do. I had people that were willing to help me. I had a friend that was going to give me money, a car, place to live, shoes, clothes. And it's hard for the people in my past life to understand how I could choose to be homeless and go to the rescue mission instead of accepting this help. And I had made a decision through some guidance that and prayer that I had to completely turn my back on that old lifestyle and rely on Christ. But it comes, the help comes through your fellow believers. CEO Tony Medcalf, the Gathering Church, brought me in. They welcomed me with open arms, and they loved me. Tony has mentored me. He's become my best friend. He's my mentor. He's my pastor. He is somebody that I go to in the CEO for accountability, for structure. I haven't needed or wanted for anything. You know, my first month out, I was jobless, and I was taken care of. I can say that, you know, I've never had a need or a want that wasn't fulfilled through the church, through Tony, through CEO. The times that I didn't have places to go, I would go to CEO and hang out. Or I'd come to the gathering, and it's just been a great experience to be able to accept the love of Christ through this ministry, through this church, and through this program.